scientist one with a vision in his eyes. He's got a mission, gonna change our lives. He's got a theory, he's got a plan. Gonna put paper to the test and make it so grand. Paper strong, never gonna tear. Scientist one, he's got the formula clear. From the lab to the world, it's a new sensation. Paper strong, the future of creation.
Now today, we're going to be doing a variety of testing on different types of toilet paper, alright? Now, you got your basic type here, and then you got like a mid-grade toilet paper, and then if you're really good at pooping, you can use this kind. They have all kinds of claims here. We're going to put them to the test. This one is supposed to have 6 times the paper as this one here. Now this one costs a little bit more. This one was on sale, and this one is always cheap. Alright? Now, first things first, we're going to label one of each one, and then we're going to put them through a series of different variety tests to see which one is going to be the best. Alright? Now, average cleanup dissolvization, we're going to be doing a variety of field tests on all these different papers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a weight test on them between two blocks of wood. And so I'm going to use pennies as the weight. We can use them from 1966 pennies, 1954 pennies, 1953 pennies, 1960 pennies, 1961 pennies, Canadian 1960s and up pennies, 1972 pennies, 1974 pennies, 1973 pennies, 1959 pennies. This is assorted change. Canadian pennies 1950s and under, 2009 pennies, 1951 pennies, 1957 pennies, 1958 pennies, 1963 pennies, 1967 pennies, 1975 pennies. We got pennies from all the years here. Every year, penny. Hey, drop in the comments which year you think I should do on the weight test for these penny weight tests on the toilet paper. I wonder how many they're going to be able to hold. And I wonder if the ones before 1982 are going to work better to destroy the toilet paper versus the ones created after 1982, given that there's a limited amount of copper other than what's left in them. Alright? That's what we're going to do. We still got more pennies here. You know, I'm not going to be able to tell, so I'm just going to pick one that has like a good amount. You know what? I saw some shiny ones down here. Now, these ones are from 1966, and I got a good amount of them, so these are the ones I'm going to go with. If you want to buy any of these pennies off me, drop down in the comments there. Let me know. I'll sell them to you, probably for a lot more than they're worth. Another test I'm going to do on these toilet papers is that I'm going to put them in these different water. And this one's going to take some time because we're going to see how long it takes for them to break down. Because some of these claim that they don't clog your drain and they break down faster than normal toilet paper. So we're going to put that to the test and find out for sure if this toilet paper breaks down faster than they say it does. We're going to be using these 2 wooden blocks and the tape to hold the toilet paper across for the weight test. Another thing we're going to do is turn on this incense just for the atmosphere. During science experiments like this, it's, you know, you'd want to see this kind of thing. Yeah, now we're doing a little bit better. Light up that incense. First things first, we got to clear off this table. But we don't want to get mixed up which roll is which roll. So what I'm going to do is cut out the logo for each one of these ones, and I'm going to tape it to the roll. That way we don't get confused and mess up the experiments. Now, as you can see, I've labeled the different brands. So we got the Value brand, the medium brand, and then the ultra brand. So what we're gonna do is put them in order like that. Now, because it takes the longest, what we're gonna do is start the dissolve test first, because that's gonna take a while. And I'm going to prove that to you right now. Starting with the value brand, it looks like I'm gonna pull off the first piece of paper from the roll. And now, to know which one is which on the glass, you ask someone if you're allowed to use a dry erase marker on the glass. So, because this one is the value corner, what we're gonna do is put a V on the glass. You can't really see with this marker, so I'm gonna go see what I can get for another marker. I found a different marker. So, what we're gonna do is put a V on this one with this marker. You can't really see that either, so I'm gonna go 3 times the charm. Just ask anyone and you can get a marker and label it. You can put the label for V. As you can see, that's going to represent our value brand. Alright? So we're gonna get the piece and we're gonna put it in the water. And we're gonna see what happens. Next we're gonna do Scott, which is the middle priced one. But it was on sale, so I got it for the value price. So that is also interesting. That's the thing. This one feels a little bit thinner than the value one, which is strange. I thought the Scott was gonna be more thick or premium. So we're gonna put an S on the Scott one. Alright, we're gonna ask someone if we can put the label on. Now we know that this one is Scott. Alright? No confusion there. And finally, we're gonna do this one, Charmin. That one ripped off a lot easier. And it seems, I mean, it's probably the best one, honestly. But we're gonna see what happens. Is it good to break down faster? Or is it good to be more durable? Comment down in the section whether or not you think that it's better, more for it to be stronger for cleaning, or if it should be one that is thinner and easier to break down in the plumbing systems. Alright, so we're gonna sit now. Don't forget, I gotta label the last one. We could have probably, with deductive reasonability, determined that this one was the last one because the other two are already labeled, but anyway, we're gonna put a C on this one, and then we can set them aside for a while. Alright, next thing we're gonna do is the stress test. Stress. Everybody talks about stress. You wanna talk to me about stress? You seriously wanna talk to me about stress?
Scientist
I can tell a lot of stories about stress.
He's got a mission, gonna change our lives.
1, 2, 3 pieces of payment. Alright, now don't forget. Now we got the 1966 pennies. Alright, now what we're gonna do is put them on there one by one and see how much it can hold. I almost forgot to tape them down. Alright? Now, we don't need any more incense. That smoke was kind of bothering me. I thought it was gonna be cool. But turns out it was a distraction to stop me from performing my work.1 Now these are all 1966 pennies. Alright, you can take my word for it. We got one penny for value. 2, yeah. It's holding 2 pennies. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 31, 31, 32, 33, 34, 34. The thing was supposed to break through. 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. This stuff is solid. I gotta try something that's not pennies. Experiment number 1 was unsuccessful. Experiment number 2 was unsuccessful. Just for a comparison, you know, let's try it with the other ones. Yeah, so this one is the Scott. And it's definitely a lot thinner than the value. And Charmin is a lot thicker than both than the other. Sometimes It can equalize everything. Profit margins, you know. You gotta really think about the stock market when you're doing this type of work. Now let's see if this one can also hold up 34 penny on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So it looks like even the thin one can hold it. Now this was one of the more premium toilet papers on the market. Let's see if it can hold some pennies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 4, 5, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So this one pretty much can hold anything too. I'm gonna have to try a different 31, 32, 33, 34. Right around 34 is when they start falling off. But all three of them can hold through 34 pennies. Right? Now keep that in mind because that's important. Pretty important. Very important. You can really appreciate the detail when you see it up close. Right here we got a Charmin, a Scott, and the Value. None of them have really decomposed at all yet, but you can definitely see there's more texture in this one. This one's pretty flat, and this one's pretty fluffy. This one claims to be 6 times stronger than this one and this one. So we're gonna see how that goes. This one claims to break down the quickest. It makes sense because it's the thinnest. And then we got this one over here. Next, we're gonna see how much they weigh. First, we got the Charmin. That weighs 5.46. This one's the Scott one. 5.89. 5.4, 5.9. So the Scott one, although it's smaller, it's heavier than the Charmin. Now, finally, we will look at the Value. 3.37. So that one is a lot lighter than both of these. It's over 2 OZs lighter than this one and this one. So now I think we're ready to move on to human trials. Now I hope you can understand this in a way that I prepared it. What you're going to be seeing here is I'm going to roll each one down and then back and forth to see which one has more length of paper. Starting with the Value one. Oh, you got to roll it this way. Ready? Go. Roll number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like 9 and a couple pieces. Now we're gonna do the Scott. 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So this one is already double of this one, but it's half as thick, so it should be double, but it's still going. It's still got more. 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. It's now 3 times as long as this one. 32, 34, 36, 48, 50. It's now 5 times longer than this one. The Scott, which was the same price as the Value, is 5 times as more already. Alright, that's a 9, and this one got 52. Now we're gonna do the last one. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, 17. So the Charmin went 17 times, almost double the Value corner, but it claimed to be 6 times as long.
It is thicker though, so maybe 4 times as long. Scott was definitely the longest, but also the thinnest. So I don't know. It's a tough race between these. I probably lean for one of these two. I'm gonna do a walking test. The cats seem to like the Charmin the best. Value corner. Feels nice. Alright, now let's step on the Scott. Alright, it's a lot thicker than the other one. And then we got the Charmin, which is not as thick. And let me tell you something. I am 100% going to use all of this. So nothing's going to go to waste. Alright, we got the first batch. Roll back up. Now we got the second one. Roll back up. Roll back up. Roll back up. This is going to be a nice roll of toilet paper. Like a variety roll or something. Like pooping on a cloud. Imagine using this whole thing in one session. That's a nice roll of toilet paper.
Alright, now let's see how you guys feel about how these did. Maybe in a couple more weeks we'll see a little more difference.
It's been a good solid week, and there's nothing happening here. They're all still solid toilet papers.
So now it's later, but for me, it still feels like today. So what we see is the C, the V, and the S. And just by looking at them, it looks like the value one stands up by its name, and it says that I break down a little bit quicker than the other ones. But they're still all intact. It's not dissolved on any of them. They're all still there, but I'm gonna poke them with the stick and see how easy it is to break them apart. So we start with the C. And breaks apart when you try to pick it up. But just swirling it doesn't do much. Little bit. So now the V. And swirling it, already breaking apart. So easy to fall apart. Stands by its name, breaks down 60% faster. So then we go to the S one, and this one breaks real easy. This one actually broke down the quickest, number S. So S breaks down the fastest for the Scott. Then the V for the value breaks down fast. And the Charmin also breaks down fast. But I think that the S lives up to its name and stands to break down 60% quicker. The V also breaks down quicker. And the Charmin still breaks down, but maybe that it's not as quick. So, and then I tested all three of these. This has been 1 month, maybe, since. So, yeah, it's pretty much they're all water now in each one. None of it's gonna get stuck.
Scientist one with a vision in his eyes. He's got a mission, gonna change our lives. He's got a theory, he's got a plan. Gonna put paper to the test and make it so grand. Paper strong, never gonna tear. Scientist one, he's got the formula clear. From the lab to the world, it's a new sensation. Paper strong, the future of creation.